Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. The other day I helped somebody do this logo, and now they need to be able to change the wording in this bottom. The top will be easy. The bottom's a little bit different, so we're just going to do it. We're going to go ahead and go object, group and ungroup it, and we're going to get this text and just get rid of it. Now you can see when I deleted some of the frill, it still showed up. So it's almost better that it was behind the letter, so you had to do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how big this thing is. It's less than 2 inches or less than 3. So I'm going to set my nudge factor on 3. And I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to fill that in. Wow, there's still some hidden. Let me back up. Let me delete that. Let me look at it under wireframe. Well, it just must have leaked. Must have something there. Let's go back to enhance. And that shouldn't really leak. We could fix that. Yeah, it's bonded to that right there, so we could look at it. That really shouldn't cause a leak. So, for just a second, we can grab that and move it out of the way. Use our Smart Fill tool and fill that in, nudge that, and then don't forget to move that back. So now we have this shape, and we're going to left click, right click, but you wouldn't want the text going all the way to the edge anyway. So normally I'd work in the center of the page, but because of what I'm doing and I don't want to move it, I'm going to draw a 2-point line. 2-point line. I was using the 3-point line before. And holding down the control button. And then I'm going to put this roughly in the middle. And I'm going to select them both. And I'm going to go C. And that put the line in the center where it should be. Now, we could kind of maybe measure this. Maybe make it a little bit easier. And let's say we'll go 0.54. So we could set our nudge factor on 0.54 and just remember that you have a back to 3. So I'm going to hit the plus key and I'm going to go over there. And then I'm just going to nudge. I'm using the right and the left arrow keys. So now I'm going to fill this in and we get a whole new shape. Well, let's go back to 3 inches. That way we won't mess up. Let's nudge that over 3 inches. And let's left click, right click. I'm going to go ahead and turn that into a hairline. Just make it easier. I'm going to grab it with the shape tool. And there's 2 nodes really close together. I'm going to right click on that. And I'm going to left click the mouse, right click the mouse. And I'm going to break that apart. Then I'm going to go the other side. I'm going to click on it with the right mouse button and click it again. Now you need to select the whole thing, go up to object, break the curve apart. Then we can take our virtual segment delete key and delete this top line. So now we have our path and we've already shortened it. So we should be good. We can actually get rid of this. And at this time, for the one I'm doing it for, if you need more names, I would just make you a bunch of them, make you a bunch of copies. And then let's see what I used on here. I normally wouldn't do this, but I want to use that same one. We're going to ungroup this. And if we'll take that text and make a copy of it, and we can just actually move it, you can go up to text and straighten text. So it put it back like it was before I put it to path. Now, we want to make sure it's not any longer. So what we want to do is take this line and go up to Windows, Dockers, Objects, and no, I don't want objects. I want properties. Windows, Dockers, Properties. And as soon as you do that, you'll get this squiggly line. So that line is 1.25 12. We're not going to go to 6. So take this, and with your ratio locked, so it won't make it any, deform it, let's go 1.12. See, it made it smaller. Now just grab it, text to path, and put it on this path. And when you get that red bar on one side or the other, it means it's pretty much in there. Now we need to select it all. And for the one I'm doing it for, you really don't have to make a copy because we're going to go to Object and break the text apart. And then grab just the text and move it over there. Now it's going to be at the bottom. And we could have eliminated that. But if you'll set your nudge factor on something pretty low like 0.1, you can grab your text and just minutely move it up where you think about the center is, and maybe like right there is the best. So for the one I'm doing it for, if you need to make a bunch of changes, just make a copy of it, take this away, and type your new text. Let's I'm just going to type in CorelDraw 2023, and with our ratio lock, we're going to make it that 1.12. Go up to text, and I would suggest having all your text already done when you start this. Fit text to path, and go to the end so you get a red bar. You need to select it all, go up to Object, break the text apart, and then you could grab, remember we set our nudge factor, we need to set it back to 3. That's why I'd go ahead and have all your text ready. And that way you could now do the same thing, change with nothing selected. You can change your 0.01, take your text and just minutely move it up. Now you could do both lines and split the difference in the middle and have a path that it would go to. But I think by the time, unless you were doing hundreds and hundreds of these, I think this would be the best way. Anyway, I hope that helped them, and thank you for watching.